I would like to call the special called meeting of the Spotsylvania County School Board for Monday, August 23rd, 2021. We have a quorum. Before I begin, I need Ms. Daniels, Dr. Daniels is ill and would like to call in, so I need a motion to allow her to call in, please.
Motion. Twig.
I have a motion by Mr. Twig,
Second.
and I have a second by Mr. Braswell. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Passes 5-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Dr. Martin, would you please call in Dr. Daniels? Okay, I need a motion to approve or adopt the agenda, please.
Yes.
Madam Chair, I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Madam Chair, I move to adjust the agenda. But maybe you need a second first.
Do I have a, well, does Mr. Braswell have a second to,
Yeah, we need to have a second on mine.
we don't have a second. Mr. Braswell, so Mr. Twig, you said you want to amend the agenda?
Yes, I'd like to, with all these gracious, good citizens out here, I'd like to enter citizen comments into item right after the pledge, item 4, and move new business down to 5 and adjournment 6, please.
Okay.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Mr. Twig to add public comments and a second by Ms. Phelps. Do I have any discussion?
Madam Chair, is that a substitute motion that Mr. Twig is offering?
I did not hear a second for yours.
Yeah, because okay, so it is the motion.
It's a motion.
Okay, I guess it'd be covered, yeah.
So, is there any discussion on the motion to amend the agenda? I have something. While I appreciate the people are here to speak, the agenda did not have public comments on it. And I spoke to a number of people over the last week, and they asked about public comments, and I said there would not be public comments. So, because it's not on the agenda. So, I do not think public comments would be appropriate because it was not advertised. And there are a number of people here, but there are other people who asked about public comments, and when they were told there would not become public comments, did not attend the meeting. Because of that, they said they'd watch for home. So that's my thought. Any more comments?
Madam Chair, the same way that public comments was voted on last emergency meeting, these people out in the audience deserve the same respect as that were given to the audience in the prior meeting.
It's
Yes,
as simple
Mr.
as that.
Braswell? Mr. Braswell?
Madam Chair, I was offering in the last meeting the opportunity for comments to be made because there were a few people here. However, I do understand your point that a lot of people that wanted to come, I received letters, people that wanted to come and speak, that believe that because there was no public comments, that they did not attend in person. But in the last meeting, I believe that my colleagues will both agree that we had limited public comments. It was limited in terms of time per speaker from 5 minutes to 3 minutes. And we capped off the amount of time by 30 minutes so that we would have an opportunity to deal with the business at hand. Considering Mr. Abusmo's comment, which I appreciate, I would ask a substitute motion to have public comments for 3 minutes as opposed to 5, which is our normal time period, and cap at 30 minutes so that we can deal with the business at hand.
Do you accept that substitute motion?
No?
Okay.
I'd
So
like
you
to,
don't accept this
yeah, I'd like to say with Mr. Twig's motion, I mean, as elected officials, we are public servants, and these guys out here pay our paychecks at the end of the month. That's how we're getting our $1,000 a month. So we owe it to them. Madam Chair,
Ladies and
we owe
gentlemen,
it to
I
them.
appreciate, I'm sorry, Mr. Abusmal. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your support, but we have to remain having order, please. Thank you.
As I was saying, Madam Chair, they pay our paychecks, and we're out here doing our job. And part of my job description is to hear the concerns of all constituents, and these constituents are here voicing their concern. Mr. Braswell, I respect your substitute motion. However, I mean, we meet max 3 or 4 times a month. You know, we're public servants. We're available for our constituents anytime they need us. So, Mr. Twig, I commend you on staying strong with your current motion with no time limit, and I'd like to vote on it soon, please.
Mr. Braswell? Wait, before you go on, Ms. Phelps, did you have anything? Mr. Braswell's already spoken, so I want to give you an
I do.
opportunity.
So we allowed 5 minutes at the last meeting, and I think we should just move along. That's all
Last
I
meeting,
have.
we allowed 3.
Okay, so I think that we should allow 5. That's what we have, right? That's what Mr. Twig said, so.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Braswell?
Again, I have always been one to appreciate the public to have the opportunity to speak. In the last meeting, I gave way to the minority on the issue of having public speaking time, because I too am concerned about citizens having a right to speak, and I don't believe that there would be any disagreement on the dais in that regard. My concern is that we do have business at hand, and I think the citizens the last time, just like we do in the Board of Supervisor meeting, clearly and concisely unpack their argument in 3 minutes, and that gave plenty of time to even where the chairwoman asked if any others would like to speak. So that was the reason why I gave the substitute motion. It wasn't given to step on anyone's ability to speak. It was done so that we could expeditiously deal with the business at hand. But there is no second on my motion. I just wanted to make sure I added clarification so others would know what my intent was. Thank you.
Does Dr. Daniels have any comments?
I do not.
Thank you. Mr. Twig?
Hey, Mr. Braswell, now's no time to get our violins out and start playing for you and Miss Shelley here. You guys seem to have everything just the way you want it, and because it's not playing your way, you're cutting into the time allowed, you're deciding if they should even be allowed to speak. This is all nonsense. Look, the citizens have come out, you allowed them to speak last time, you had the option to tell your callers the last time that, well, it's not on the agenda, we're not going to speak. You didn't say anything about it last time when people spoke. You didn't complain about it with that excuse. There's no excuse this time. And also, we have an agenda here with one item on it this evening. It's 5 o'clock. It's the earliest we've ever started a meeting. And I hardly think we're going to get past your bedtime, Mr. Braswell. So I think we need to just make time, make this happen.
Mr.
Allow
Twig, I
our
need you to
citizens the 5 minutes, the
control yourself.
15 or 20 we have.
Ladies
and
and
let's
gentlemen.
move forward with a progressive, term used in a good way, meeting. Thank you very much,
Madam Chair, we've been here for 10 minutes, and we're arguing whether we're going to give the public the option to talk. Can we call to vote, please?
Mr. Abusmal, I did not
We've been here for
give
10
you-
minutes
I did
already.
not- Excuse me, sir.
How are we discussing if we're going to give the
Excuse me,
constituents
sir.
the time to talk or not?
Mr. Abusmal, you
Unbelievable.
are out of order. You are out of order. You are out of order. Ladies and gentlemen,
Madam Chair, if we
ladies and
can't,
gentlemen, you are out of order. Mr. Deputy,
Madam Chair.
excuse me. If people continue to talk, I've got two choices. We can take a recess until you are calmed down, or I can have the deputy walk you out. Excuse me.
Until you hear us.
Excuse me. Thank you. You need to, okay, that gentleman, please. Ask him. I'm
Madam
asking
Chair,
him to leave.
point of order, what are we, no.
Goodbye.
He's a tax-paying constituent. He has every right to say in the audience. I will not stand for this. If we're going to do this, I call to adjourn the meeting right now, Madam Chair.
Mr. Abusmal.
I call to adjourn if we're going to be
You
treating these
are
people
out
like
of
this.
order.
Unbelievable, Madam
You
Chair.
are out of order.
I call to adjourn the meeting if we're going to treat our people like this.
Mr. Ignacio is next, please.
Just call a recess. Call a recess.
I move to recess, Madam Chair.
We will
Madam-
recess for 5 minutes.
I moved to recess
We will return to the meeting. Are there any more comments or discussion? Okay. All in favor of adding public comments, Adam, after the Pledge of Allegiance, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay.
Nay.
Nay. Dr. Daniels, your vote?
Nay.
Motion fails. 3-3-3, motion fails.
Sorry, we tried.
Okay, moving on to item 3. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. We are calling recess. We are calling another recess for another 5 minutes.
Stand up! Stand up!